Parashat Zachor. Parashat Zachor is a parashat we have to remember what Amalek did for the Jewish people. And Hashem commands us, Zachor et asher asa lecha Amalek. Remember what Amalek did to you when you left Egypt. Timche et zecher Amalek. You have to destroy, get rid of the Amalekites in this world. It's a mitzvah. It's one of the 613 mitzvahs. The question is, this mitzvah is specifically on specific nation or not? If it's of a specific nation of Amalek, when Sanherib came in the time of the first temple, and he came to Yerushalayim, he came to the whole world, and he mixed all the nations. So from then on, we don't know who's an Amalekite, who's an Amalek. They moved around. So all the goyim are mixed. And when a goy comes in, we're allowed to accept him. The Rambam holds you can accept converts from the Amalekites. But in general, all the goyim are mixed. Like you go today to South America. Everybody's mixed, all those countries, all those people, black and white, Cheetos, mixed people. In general, it's all mixed up. There's no more Italians, Greeks, Irish, everybody's all mixed up. So the Goyim, after Sanherib came, he mixed up the world. So we don't know who's an Amalek anymore. So we cannot fulfill the mitzvah of getting rid of Amalek. So if Zachor, Timche, Zecher, Amalek means a specific nation, so there's no specific nation to get rid of. If it's a concept, the way the Botzer Wasserman in the second Kovetz Over says it's a concept, is to get rid of the bad. So that exists every generation. It's not to do with specific people. It's to do with any generation. And we're not worried that the mitzvah is canceled. The mitzvah is not canceled. Even though, so it depends. If you talk about a specific nation, today we don't know in general. Maybe if someone will come, listen, this is my great-grandfather, he shows a documentation, DNA test, and he comes to Amalek, okay, so you get rid of him. But otherwise the mitzvah is gone, but it's not considered canceled, just we cannot apply it, like tchelis. We don't have today, we don't know what is tchelis, the blue and the tzitzis. So it's not, doesn't mean that the mitzvah is canceled. Hashem was going to say it's not there to exist, so we don't have it now inside to fill it. It's not considered canceled, it's not considered Botzer. It's just we are forced, like anusim, we cannot fulfill it. Because it doesn't, we don't know what is the blue. We don't know the blue. Same thing as Amalek. It's not Botzer. It's just we don't know who they are. A novel will come and says, this is the nation, this is the group. Get rid of it. It's not considered mitzvah b'tei. But in concept, in reality, the Choyr is Botzer. But the Kovetz always says, which is the Botzer Wasserman, he says no. The concept of getting rid of Amalek is getting rid of the Ra, the bad number. Hashem is commanding us a much more wider concept. That you should get rid of Amalek. Amalek represents the other side. This is according to Kabbalistic terms, Kabbalah and Zohar. Amalek represents the other side that needs to fight the Kedusha. You have Kedusha in the world. And you have the other side which God created in the world. From gold. I want to read one piece of Gemara for us to understand more of this concept. The Gemara in Shabbos, page 13a says, Tanu Rabbanan, Mi katav Megillat Ta'anit. Who is the one that wrote Megillat Ta'anit? Megillah is a scroll. Ta'anit is the scroll of fasting. In the Masechet, Ta'anit is brought down. There was a Megillah, there was a scroll that they wrote many days that we fast, days that we celebrate, sorrows and celebrations that the Jewish people passed through the history. So who is the one that wrote Megillat Ta'anit? So the Gemara says, Amru Hanania ben Chizkiah. V'siyato. You have Hanania ben Chizkiah in his group. They cherish the sorrows, the problems of the Jewish people. Lechabev means they like. They, I won't say the word enjoyment, the word masochist, but they cherish it. They cherished, they valued the problems, the affliction that the Jewish people had. Omar Rabbi Shimon Gamliel says, Rabbi Shimon Gamliel, he was one of the last rabbis at the end of the Second Temple. He says, also we cherish all the problems. We cherish the tzoros. But what can we do? We will come to write down all the problems and the tzarot of the Jewish people. We were not able to, it's not enough to write it, and every second day we'll be fasting the whole year. We're going to have to be fasting and celebrating. It's too much. And Rashi says there, we cherish the affliction. When we have problems, we get rescued from them. And from the miracle, Chaviv is cherished us. We cherish the master miracle that we got out of it. Why? It's Chaviv, it's cherished us. This, what we cherish, we don't cherish the problem, but we cherish the results. What is the results of all the problems of the Jewish people? The result is that we cry to God, Hashem rescues us, and what do? We can praise Hashem. And we write down the days of the miracles, so do Yom Tov, like the day, which we what it means. The goal of all those problems and the miracles is what? It's to see Hashem, to see the results of Hashem, to see the hands of Hashem, so we are able to praise Hashem. So this is a very important point. The important point here is what? As if the goal of the problems is for the results, that when we get rescued, we can praise Hashem. Everyone here can look at his own life. Look at your life and the trend of your life. You had times which were hard times, and you got out of it. Now you're still alive, right? Alive, your body's together, you're here learning Torah in the Yeshiva, maybe single, you don't have a wife yet, but it's a miracle that you're here. And you look backwards all the hard times till you came to Israel. You had a hard divorce, you had a hard problems with money, the time you were sleeping in the streets, who knows what. Hard times. Here. So if a person looks at his own life and his own history of life, and now that you're alive and everything is okay, you can sit down and thank Hashem. You can say, wait a second, why Hashem made all those problems to me? If I didn't have all those problems, I wouldn't be who I am. You know who I am? I'm a person that have sensitivity for God. I understand God. I had experience. And without the experience, without the experience, I wasn't able to praise Hashem and to connect to Hashem. I remember many years ago, my father, Zechatzar Koshivon, told me that one time he had a wedding, and one of the students of the Yeshiva was marrying this girl, and he was one of the most, happening guy in the Yeshiva, clean cut, and he was always looking for the virgin girls, the best girls, who knows what. He himself, who knows what he was, but he always wanted his best. Okay, so he made this wedding, and this woman that he got married to really was a woman that had relations before with others. I don't know, maybe had a child before, who knows what. And before she got married, she was all afraid. And she went and she had to change her passport to a new one that she wouldn't see a pass, with a new name, with an old maiden name. She had made all this thing. She was afraid they would catch the story. Who knows what? Okay, he finished and performed the wedding. And after the wedding, at night, 1 o'clock at night, my father gets a phone call. Who's on the phone? This chassan says, Rabbi, I found out the girl I got married to, she's an experienced girl. I thought she's a virgin. I had this fiction in my mind. So the rabbi said, wait a few seconds, I'll call you back in a few minutes. He called the Shlomo Kalima. Those days was in the Yeshiva. He said, listen, this is the story. What I should answer him? Give me an advice. He said, listen, tell him, this is the best girl. It's the most hottest girl in town. The fact she's an experienced girl, everybody wants her. And she has all this experience. She's the best girl. What? That's an answer? He says, yeah, tell him that. So he called him back, and he told that answer, and it worked. My father said, you would never think such an answer. But he had, sometime I had the understanding how to give the answer. But I just want to say the point is, the fact that this woman was an experienced woman, for a person that he has experienced himself, it's not a chesron, it's not a loss, it's not a deficiency. It could be adara. That woman has more feelings, she has more understanding in life. And if you're looking for more understanding, it's adara. So this is our life. Our life is we came to this world for what? To be virgins? To be Hashem, we don't do sins in order, but it means we came to this world to see that when we have this how do you call this? You go through a roller coaster. You go through life up and down, and the sorrows and ups and downs, and you experience and you see Hashem. Then you have much more feeling and understanding, much deeper understanding in your relationship to Hashem. You can't compare understanding and feeling of a Baal Tshuva to a person who's born all his life religious. Okay, you admire this religious guy, he never saw sins, he doesn't know anything more than Kever David, and they sing all day long, all night long, and they come and Tehillim, and all that, they're just fully with Hashem, right? But imagine now you do the same thing. You came to Yeshiva and learned Torah all day long. But it's not the same mindset, not the same feeling, not the same understanding. You do it with understanding. We do it with appreciation. You have to do it with lust and desire. You understand the value of it. It's different. So the goal of Amalek in the world is what? Hashem created the Sitrach. And if you don't feed the Sitrach, the world will be destroyed. That's the concept that on Yom Kippur, we have a Sir Azazel. We throw this out because the Sitrach needs to have some food. If you don't give it food, so just lose the balance of the world, lose the goal of the world. The goal of the world Hashem created doesn't mean you have to feed them, they'll get fed anyhow. But the concept is that Amalek exists in the world for our benefit. That when we are troubled and we get rescued, we can praise Hashem. That's what Rabbi Gamliel says. We also cherish the problems. We cherish the iniquities, the problems of the Jewish people. We cherish that. When we cherish this problem, we cherish Megillah says that we cherish Haman. We want Hamans in the world. We want problems in the world. No, we don't want. We don't call for that. The Gemara says one of the big Amorim was sick. Gemara in Brachos. So rabbis came to visit him. So they said, hey, how do you feel? I said, I feel terrible. I'm sick. He says, what do you mean? If you're sick, then you have tzarot, you have affliction. You'll have a kapor, you have an atonement. So what did he answer? He says, Lo hen v'lo ischolom. I don't want them, I don't want their reward. He says, give me your hand. They gave him their hands and he picked them up. Yoiv yodei v'ukme. He gave him his hand, he took him out of the sickness. The most is why a person cannot take himself out. Because en chavush matir atzmo bet asuri. One that is locked inside, it's a conceptual, spiritual conceptual concept. And one is locked into a prison, he cannot unlock himself from a prison. It's a spiritual rule. If Hashem gave you this experience, this problem, because you deserve it and you need to have it, it's a preordained. And somebody else can ask mercy from you, he has allowed, he can take you out. A rabbi, a tzaddik, he can pray, take you out. But what was the message of those rabbis? Those Israel rabbis says, Lo yehen v'lo ischolom. I don't want the affliction, I don't want the reward. When you reach it, I don't want it. But after the fact, and I have it, it's for the benefit of the person. to see Hashem, to have problems, to come out of it, and praise Hashem. Oh, I had this problem, I got out, and he thanks Hashem. He praises Hashem for the miracle that he experienced, and he sees Hashem. So when Hashem tells us get rid of Amalek, get rid of them, can we really get rid of Amalek? No, he can't. Hashem wants it there. They're needed there. It's part of the equation. You don't want to be an Amalekite. You want to be on the good side. You're worrying about the position. Otherwise, you get rid of it. But it has to exist for the balance of the world. Now, there was a big fight between the Rosh Yeshiva, not a big fight, it was actually a guy in Michigan, but in Kansas, he had a point. There was a guy named Yeshiva many years ago. And he says, if that's the reality, that was the mistake of Shabtai Tzvi. You heard about Shabtai Tzvi? Shabtai Tzvi, in the end, he became a Muslim. In the beginning, he claimed he was a Messiah, Mashiach, was a big guy. And his mistake was that if Hashem created the balance of the world for bad and good, bad needs to exist in the world, and a person sins and get rid of it, does tshuva, and then when he does tshuva, becomes a higher level than before because he has more understanding and value of the good. She says originally, so let's sin and fix it, because that's part of what it needs to be. And it's not that original the position, and we know that's not true. The Ramchal explains that Hashem really created the world without sin. And because Adam Arishon chose to eat from Etzadas, the whole world changed. But originally, the world, which means the status of the world, a person can reach Hashem and connect to Hashem without sinning. So we have to explain this concept. What does it mean? According to what we said now, we have this experienced girl. It has more value. We have this experienced guy, Baal Tshuva. He understands the other side of the world, and he chose the good world, and he has value to it, he has more understanding. So who is more value, this pure guy or the Baal Tshuva? And the same real deep question is, what is the world being created for? Without a sin and no problems? Or that's the original format, or it's a b'diavad format? A reality we have today is a hatchila format or a b'diavad format. And it's v'alai diavad. It's v'alai no good. It's better to be in a position to only serve Hashem more and more and more, and always be holy and more holy.
But you can't have after the Adam, or even the golden calf, you're going to go that far, you can't even be that. You can't be in the hut.
You can't be, but your strive has to be
Yeah.
That's the point.
But the world
That was the mistake.
The
mistake of the Chacham of Shabtai Tzvi was that since the reality you can get out of it, you cannot get rid of it, you shouldn't desire anymore to be before the
So
Hashem created those two positions to know that although that's after the fact, this is our reality, and we have a Sila Azazel and Yom Kippur, but Hashem desires from us to strive to get rid of all this and never be sinning. It's not because I cannot get rid of it, so I should sin and do tshuva. That's wrong. That was the mistake of Shabbat. That's wrong.
So then
yes.
you have the individual and the group.
Right.
So the individual then should go godless.
Godless connected.
Godless to man.
Right.
And the glow, whatever, is always righteous.
Right.
So in order...
And that no more than that we say. You should strive only to be pure. And after you fall, the person falls, he has to do tshuva, when he has problems, he does tshuva and Hashem gets rid of it, and then he has to thank Hashem. So he can't say, okay, I feel bad and no good, and I'm about tshuva. I'm a sinner. I did sin after the tshuva, I'm no good, he can get rid of it. Rabbi Shimon says, Chavivi, we admire that. We admire the problem because okay, after the fact, this is who you are. So after that fact, there's a value to it. It's not you junk now, you know good, you're a second-rate citizen. No, there's a value to it. After the fact is that when you experience and now you value the tshuva and you can see Hashem's hands, you can praise Hashem more. You have more value, more understanding of it. So that's the same concept. So Rabbi Shimon says, we really cherish it. We don't want problems. We don't Hashem, Hashem, please give us problems. Hashem, you have to be crazy. Wrong. Yes, Hashem said we want to sin and we have to have problems and then we do tshuva. It's wrong. Definitely wrong.
That was a mistake of David. Leave Bichala Bakirbi. You wanted to have your son.
Okay. We don't look for tests. We don't want to sin. We look only for strife for good and good. But after the fact, after the problem of sin, or after the fact of sorrow, when we get out of it and we have that experience, we can become much more higher and deeper understanding and relation with Hashem. This is what a person has to feel. He has to feel bad when he's about tshuva. Okay, I wasn't raised religious. I was adirab. Really, if you weren't raised religious, you're not a real Baal tshuva. Why? Because you didn't know. The problem is when you started to know, you came to Yeshiva, and you do know, and you failed here and there until you strain. That's the problem. When a person doesn't know, he doesn't know. But we're talking about tshuva means a person knows and he falls. And he can feel, I'm zero. I'm nothing. I'm nothing. Now you do tshuva, you get up again, he says, okay, I understand my mistake, and I see Hashem give me energy to change, and he made me this problem to wake me up to change, and I got out of that problem because I did tshuva, and I that experience, that connection, that relationship that you build through that experience to Hashem, you should cherish it. This is what Rav Shimon Gamliel says, and this is what Hashem wants us to get rid of Amon. What do we think? Every generation Hashem wants us to get rid of it. Because my chair is not complete. Means Hashem wants us to get rid of it, but He can't get rid of it because it has to exist in the world. So He's telling us something that He can't get rid of. So what's the point of getting rid of it? No. And the bigger picture has to exist. But you have to fight it. And when Chas v'Shalom grabs you and you overcome it and you rescue and you have that experience, you can cherish Hashem. So it's a constant fight. It's a constant fight. Like for example, the Zohar says, when a person eats, it's a constant war. You have to eat 3 times a day. People eat times two times a day, once a day, 5 times a day, whatever you eat. Every time you eat, it's a fight. You can eat junk, you can eat too much, you can eat very little. It's a fight. It's a constant fight. So, okay, so I don't want to eat. Food is bad. Food is good. It's our goal. But the question, how do you handle it? And if a person understands that this is the point of life, to have the fight of food, this is the point. That you eating for tzaddik ochel esol nafsho. Tzaddik eats for to satisfy his soul just enough to serve Hashem, and he's not there to eat to grab for his body. He's not holding on to the physical world. He's elevating the physical world to connect to Hashem. That's the point of life. So we call food bad? No. We call the world bad? No. We want to elevate it. Same thing is Amalek in the world. Amalek is the source of bad, but we have to elevate. We see the bad and we elevate it, we overcome it, we jump over it, we uproot it. And those actions of the ups and downs and the jumping out of it and getting out of it or getting rid of it or bypassing it, that itself is the goal of the world. And that's what Rabbi Shimon says, Chavivin aleinu atzoros, we cherish the problem, we cherish the sorrow of the Jewish people. We don't want it, but it's Chavivas, the result that this is the point of life. I met a guy, he says, listen, for many, many years, Parnosa was a very hard thing for me. I had to work hard, barely make money. Sometimes I do make money, sometimes I lose money, sometimes I wait for money for payment for a long time, and I have to feed my family. A very hard time. As until one time I changed my mindset, and my whole life changed. Because I went to a class, and the Rabbi explained to me that the reason water's parnosa is all about, Hashem created a situation of parnosa for us to experience Hashem. So he understood that he's not going to make money. He's not going for business or to work to make money. He's going to work with a business to experience Hashem. So this is the goal. So then the goal is not the money. It's only a cover. It's only the levush. The outside of the levush is not the cover. Everything is just to experience Hashem. So he said, my whole life changed. I'm not here to do business. How do I do business? I do business right. Do I cheat? Do I murder? Do I put down people? I put up people? I do charity with my money? I handle properly? Do I grab people's secrets and I do it myself? I'm not straight in business. Do I cheat my hours? Who knows what? If you have to register your hours, your fingers. I talk in the middle. I go to the bathroom. I go out of the work and I go eat and do other things. I don't do the job properly. Whatever it is, you're not straight. So it's not the work. It's a relationship with Hashem. This is the point of it. When you're in Yeshiva, it's not the learning. When you learn, you want the connecting to Hashem. It's true. As a mitzvah, you have to do the mitzvah. But you want to connect to Hashem to do the mitzvah. You in your room. What is there, the room? I'm there to sleep, to have a place to sleep. Or no, I have experienced life being in the dorms of a group of people who want to serve Hashem. So how now in that experience I'm going to serve Hashem? When I go down to the room, I put women, Madonna music, who knows what, of emotions, of desires, of sins in the music that speaks about desires. I'm going to put Torah in my room. Words of Torah elevate. What am I going to do in my room? How do I experience my sleep? How do I experience my dorm years? How do I experience my Torah life? What are you doing? What are you looking? What do you want to connect? This is the point. So if you understand that all this is a way to connect to Hashem, each one here in this room as a different transfer or drishit experience, life experience that Hashem preordained for him. You were born in America. Your parents are what? From Adam. Who knows what stories that he's from? Who knows some spot his parents are from America. He has his own problems. And he's always in America, his own problems. And everyone here comes from a different experience of life. Everyone here is different. But that's the point. You don't get down or up by why this is your destination. You enjoy every moment of your experience of Hashem. You understand what it's all about? It's just about, this is for me to experience Hashem, to see Hashem in my, every second I want to see Hashem. I'm sitting now in the class in Kevel Dov. What is it about? What I came here. What I'm doing here. I want to experience to see Hashem. I'm here, I could have sat in my room, sleep, go to relax here. I came to Yeshiva. I want to connect to Hashem. So, although a person's life experience, if his mindset is to see Hashem, he doesn't have any more sorrows. Adarabe, sorrows and tzarot, tzores, they say in Yiddish, tzures, becomes, you cherish it. Wow, what a beautiful situation I have. I have now a situation, I'm in a test. And wow, we'll see how I'll experience and I'm able to change myself and connect to Hashem more. Wow. Imagine that's how you're going to perceive your problems. Oh, I'm passing a divorce. My wife lost a baby. I did that. I have this. I'm losing money. I lost my business. My father's shooting my uncle, my nephews. My this, a problem. Whatever the story of life you had. Wow, what an experience. I'm going to see Hashem. What a beautiful experience. Hashem brought me to this world to pass such a thing. I'm broke. I don't have a penny. I come from a penniless family. Whatever. That's my, wow, let's see in this lifetime that I'm living, how I'm going to see Hashem. Wow, what excitement I have. What a beautiful journey I got. Wow. Imagine. Wow. I'm sure a lot of people will understand that journey, will cherish, will be connected to that journey. I have the best journey in my life. That's my journey. Nobody else can pass my journey. What a beautiful journey. Wow. And you're happy with it. So when Hashem says get rid of Amalek, get rid of the concept. Not necessarily of people. It's a concept, constant in life. This is what Hashem wants us to do to connect to Hashem. It's a process. This is your job and your life journey in the world. And if a person is true to his life journey, he understands his life journey, he can be the happiest person in the world. When a person has an hallucination and dreams that his life journey is something else, and he's not really living and connected to his life journey, he's not a happy person. He's a sad person. He has to take pills. He goes to psychiatrists and psychologists and pills and doctors. No, it's because you don't really accept and value the life journey that Hashem has for you. This is your life journey that Hashem wants to experience for you. Wow, what a beautiful journey God you gave me. As I said many times, I finish with this, that all the forefathers before they died, it says they were satisfied, right? It says Saveya means satisfied, which means they were satisfied with their life journey. If you're not satisfied with your life journey, means it's a lack of appreciation of God's judgment and rules for you in the world. It's a crack of your connection to Hashem. If you're not satisfied with your life journey in your life and the journeys that God gave you, if you're not satisfied with that, it's a lack of an understanding what the life is all about. So this Rav Shimon says, Chavivin afaleinu, we also love, we also cherish problems, tzores. We cherish it. What do you mean cherish? You masochist? You want problems? No. But we understand the life journey of Hashem in the world. We understand that this is what it's all about. It's to name Hashem through whatever Hashem gives us. We don't choose it. We won't get rid of it. We don't want the pain. We don't want the reward. We want to get rid of it. But whatever Hashem gives us, we understand what it's all about. Once we understand this, I just need to experience and what I'm going to get out of it. What did I get out of my experience this year, Diaspora Yeshiva? What did I get out today of my experience of today? I woke up in the morning and I went to daven. I could have slipped another half an hour. I got up. I went to daven and I learned a little bit. What did I gain with that life experience? How elevate myself? Wow! Or no, I participated this day and I finished at the end of the day. I wasted my day. I wasn't aware of my life journey of today, 2019, whatever. Tavshin Ayin Tes Zayin Bodo Ches Bodo. You're aware of your journey of today. What is your journey today? What is on our menu? I get up in the morning, God. What is on my menu today? My life experience and how I'm going to connect Hashem today. Today it's not everything is happy. My wife left me. Brown stories. Every day I hear a lot of stories. People, boys come to talk to me. This brown, that brown. It's not a problem. It's your life journey. This is what Hashem wants to experience through that, to see Hashem. We understand it's very serious. It's not words. It's real. If you put it real into your life, it can change your life. Good job.